Hey guys, it's Jeremy, Christine, and Mason and Guy here. Layla's kind of queasy about the idea of what we're gonna do today, but it's part of farm life, right? Farm life.
And it's the chicken's time to shine.
It is the chicken's time to shine. It is that faithful day where we say goodbye to our Cornish cross and introduce them to freezer camp. Yep. There's Layla. She just wants to be on camera. As soon as the camera goes off, she's going back inside. I can almost promise you that. Isn't that right? Come on, Layla.
Well, through the
Come on, Layla. So, yeah. I guess now it's
everybody.
Jeremy, Christine, Mason, Layla, and Guy. And Vinny's screaming at us inside.
And the chicken.
We're going to show you the setup we got real quick. Everybody does it a little differently, but we've got kind of a little assembly line type deal going on, so we'll show you that real quick and show you the chickens, and we're gonna get to work. We're getting at it kind of late in the day. Hopefully we'll have enough light to do it. So, all right, here we go. All right, the whole process starts with these little guys. Well, not so little guys. There's only 5 in here right now, but we've got 28 to do today. So they're our first volunteers.
And we also got grilled chickens.
Yeah, we got some laying hens yesterday.
And the first day we got them, which is today, we got 4 eggs.
Yep. Now here's the kill station. I only got 1 cone, kind of ran out of time and need to get this going. But I just took an old food grade plastic bucket, cut the bottom off, cut it in half, made a cone out of it, taped it together. I know, that's kind of jive, but that's what we're working with today. Blood bucket. I just made it out of I took sawhorse brackets. I just made a really tall sawhorse. Impractical for sawing, practical for killing chickens. Right. And then we got our scolding area, which will double as our shrink bag area. It's just the cheapest turkey fryer we could find on Amazon, and when I say cheapest, it's pretty cheap. It's like $60, but the stuff is pretty cheap. It's flimsy, but it'll do what we need it to do. Now here is the piece de la resistance, or the part that I'm most excited about, and that's the chicken plucker, complete with feather bucket and water hose, and this handy dandy water hose hanger that I made out of a wire hanger. No wire hangers, and it works. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And then we got our cutting them up. Yeah, the sharps station, where we'll be doing all the cutting and eviscerating. And then we've got the coolers. Let them cool off while we're finishing up the rest of them. Then we'll let them dry off.
And don't forget the most important part, the bottle caps.
Yeah, bottle caps. Because you can't kill a bunch of chickens without a little bit of Dutch courage. So, all right, well, that is the setup. I mean, you couldn't really ask for a more appropriate weather condition. It's cold, lightly windy, gloomy, moist. Ugh.
It's so cold.
It's so cold. Mama doesn't do very well in the cold, does Mama? No, Mama does not. So, all right, well, I guess there's no point in waiting any longer. It's time to get to it, right?
Yep, let's do
All right,
this.
here we go. All right, welcome back, guys. So yesterday we did the intro, which I'll go ahead and use that because it was okay. And we decided not to record us processing yesterday. One, because we'd already had a really long day, and we were trying to get a groove down, figure out how we're gonna do it. And we did half the birds yesterday, and it took us quite a while. Not gonna lie, but we've come down. We've come up with a nice little system, nice little groove that we can get into to make this go a little bit faster. But since we're going to be busy doing this the rest of today, we're going to go ahead and throw probably one, maybe two of the chickens that we processed yesterday on the smoker. So that way we can have dinner cooking while we're out here killing more chickens. So the setup's basically the same. We moved the butchering table into the shop. Other than that, everything's basically the same. So I'll record a little more of each step, each process at each step. So I'm not going to show you dispatching the chicken because that's just not very glamorous. I don't particularly want to see it, so I'm sure a lot of you don't really want to see it either. So, all right, well, we're burning. I wouldn't really call it daylight. There's too many clouds for it to be daylight, but light. So, all right, guys, let's get to work. All right, guys. Christine is in the shop processing chickens right now, or she's butchering them, eviscerating them and whatnot. We've got 3 more here. Got 1 more in the cull cone. I'm not going to show you that because it's kind of a gory mess. We've got our scalding pot and the plucker. There's a bunch of feathers all over the place, so you can see we've been at work. So I'm going to pull this chicken out of the cone, clean it up a little bit, then I'll show you the scalding process, and then we'll take it over to the tumbler, the plucker. So it's not fun. Don't like killing stuff, but I mean, this is what we got them for. They're going to serve a great purpose. So been sure to thank each one of them and pet them for a second. Kind of hard, but it is what it is. So got the chicken on the smoker. Got 2 chickens on the smoker. Got the kids over here filling the garden bed, taking a siesta, a little break. Guys playing foreman, chewing on his butt. We'll check these chickens real quick, see how they're doing. They look pretty good. Looking pretty tasty. I look forward to that. Alright, I guess no better time than now, right? Alright, so I cleaned up this chicken the best I could. Try not to pay attention to that part, it's kind of gross. But, alright, so we got the water at about 150 degrees. I'm just using an old turkey fryer, the cheapest one on Amazon. And let me say it's cheap. So 150 degrees. The water does have blood and feathers in it, so it looks kind of angry. We'll just dip it in.
What will that do?
What will that do? It's going to loosen the feathers, so when we put it in the plucker, it plucks them out easy.
That looks like a person.
And we're just going to kind of dip it and twist it around to get all the feathers nice and hot and wet. Pick it up and we'll test a couple of tail feathers. Those aren't coming out. I test the tail feathers and the wing feathers. Pay attention to the camera. I pull wing feather and tail feather, and once both come out easy, It was still kind of came out, but it could be a little easier. And I had to learn this the hard way. It has to be about 150 degrees. Much higher than that, you're gonna end up kind of cooking the chicken, and then you'll have to skin it. So this came out a little easier. It came out pretty easy. It's probably about 10 more seconds. Mason, you want to count down from 10?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Easy peasy. Alright. We've got a dunked chicken. Now come with me over to the chicken plucker.
That looks like a fried chicken. Oh, we do got smoked chicken in the smoker.
Yep, we have chicken in the smoker. Right. I like to cut the legs off before turning it on. They're right at the knuckle. Kind of slice it and just follow that joint. Same with the other side. Right between the two bones, right in that joint. Cut the tendons, cut the skin. Pretty easy. And you have a bucket of feet. Normally,
bucket.
at this point, I would run back over, dispatch another chicken, come back over here and pluck it, but for this demonstration, I'll just
Do it.
like this. Right. You want to bring the camera over here? Look down. Alright, so we got the chicken, and the plucker has all these rubber fingers, and this bottom plate spins, so it's pretty angry. So step back a little bit. Step back over here.
Whoa.
Whoop. Hold it just like that, like a fishing pole. For whatever reason, it's not wanting to get those back feathers off. It's being a jerk.
So we're gonna
Right back up. Well, Jesus, Mason. My wonderful cameraman. Oh, water on there. Say thank you, Mason, for being a cameraman. You did a good job, even though probably half of it they were looking at this part of the drum. Anyway, as you can see, it plucks it pretty well. Every once in a while, it just misses some spots, but they're easy to pull off. So
we don't have to take it out because it's already out.
yep. So yeah, we'll get that. We'll get the rest of these plucked, and I'll start working on those, and I'll take you in there, and well, I'll see if Mommy
Let's us.
lets us. What do you think, Mason? Will she let us record her doing it or not?
I think she will.
You think she will?
Not
We'll
positive.
see.
but
We'll
I think
see.
she will.
Mommy can be camera shy sometimes. So, all right. Well, if she doesn't let us show you, then
We'll show you the aftermath.
we'll watch another video. But still like and subscribe to us and them too. I'm sure they deserve it too.
Not just us. Subscribe to any other channel you like too.
Yeah, you do what you want. This is America, unless you're not in America, but still do what you want, because you're awesome. All right?